Restored Republic via a GCR, update as of Tues. October 12, 2021. Compiled Tues. 12th of October. 2021 12:01 a.m. EDT by Judy Byington, MSW, LCSW, therapist Ret, journalist, author. 22 Faces, Inside the Extraordinary Life of Jenny Hill and Her 22 Multiple Personalities. Red October. Buckle up and trust the plan. The storm is upon us, Donald Trump's son. 10th of October. Nothing can stop what is coming. Nothing, Q. Judy note, as Red October continued on Sunday. Trump announced, the storm is upon us, while a massive solar flare was expected to interfere with the eastern seaboard electrical grid. Hundreds of cargo ships, oil/fuel tankers sat at sea unable to unload cargo, while the only shortage was the amount of ships being allowed to offload their goods on shore as shipping boats stagnated on both east and west coasts. The stock market went into and stayed in the red today, again, as all hell broke loose in China's bond market and cryptocurrencies tanked. All commercial flights were canceled in and out of Washington, D.C. as air traffic controllers and pilots walked out in Florida with thousands of flights canceled. All of which found stores see their shelves gradually emptying, especially at Walmart, a store so dependent on the China trade which was no more. According to several well-informed sources as named below: on Saturday 9th of October it appeared that China's Three Gorges Dam broke, taking down the Chinese Communist Party's Bitcoin headquarters and other main sources of funding of their international child trafficking, drug and gun running and human organ harvesting rings. On Sunday 10th of October, Trump announced, the storm is upon us. On that same Sunday 10th of October, a partial collapse of the cone wall of the Cumbre Vieja volcano in La Palma saw huge boulders being swept away in lava, some as big as 3-story buildings. If the section of the island broke off as has been threatened, it could create a tsunami that would devastate the U.S.'s southern and eastern coast. Today at 5 p.m. EDT Monday 11th of October a massive solar flare was due to hit Earth that could take out the electrical grid along the east coast. Sometime between Friday October 8th and Saturday 16th of October, martial law would be initiated in Canada and Australia and then be implemented across the globe according to an official Canadian document. On Friday 15th of October funds would be released for the global currency reset, GCR announced, and the general public would be able to exchange foreign currency at the new international rates. Sunday October 17 to Wednesday October 20 World see a 3-day event. On Saturday 23rd of October, the 10 days of darkness would begin. On Thursday 11th of November U.S. Incorporated would officially default on their control of the Federal Reserve, IRS and U.S. taxpayer dollar. Schedule of events: Friday 1st of October, Red October and Restored Republic declarations. Between free October 8th and Saturday 16th of October. Source: official Canadian document. Martial law would be initiated in Canada and Australia and then go across the globe. Sunday 10th of October. Source: Trump announcement, the storm is upon us. Monday 11th of October. Source: Whiplash 347, I think events begin today. Moan. 11th of October leading up to U.S. default 347 days from November 4, 2020. V for Vendetta. All over on 11/11. Wednesday 13th of October to Friday 15th of October. Source: FEMA, 3-day maintenance outage. Between October 14th and November 14th was a window. Source connected to POTUS and Rodriguez Trust. Friday 15th of October. Source: a paymaster as per USD email. Funds will be released for the global currency reset, GCR announced, and the general public would be able to exchange foreign currency at the new international rates. Sunday 17th of October, source, Whiplash 347, in 2013 U.S. Treasury said cash may run out on October 17. Even in 2013 they had it chosen October 17th equals D-Day, default day, 347 days from November 4, 2020. It's all over the media. Sunday, October 17 to Wednesday, October 20. Source, Whiplash 347. We'll see a 3-day event.
It was a very surreal day.
Wednesday, 20th of October. Source, Whiplash 347. Hunters become the hunted. November 4th, 2020 plus 347 days. Hashtag V for Vendetta equals October 17th. USDC default. 1, 2, 3 October 20th full moon. Hunters moon. The hunters become the hunted. 3-day event, based on Queen Death and Bay of Pigs. 34, beginning of 3-day event, 7 presidential announcements. Saturday, October 23 to Thursday, November 11. Source, Q was the schedule for unnamed events. Sat. 23rd of October. Source, Whiplash 347. 10 days of darkness begins, that actually go to Thurs. 11th of November in the cabal default of the global monetary system. 1023, 10 days of darkness / pain begins. Daniel 10:2-3. At that time Daniel, mourned for 3 weeks. I ate no choice food, no meat or wine touched my lips, and I used no lotions at all until the 3 weeks were over. Remember, SEC will be analyzed. Dark 10, regulation, liquidity, stocks / assets / metal backing. Protocol 18 / AMM equals 11.3, this is in the 10 days of darkness. 2 days ahead of schedule equals 11.
Everything was going to turn out.
11. Thursday 11th of November cabal default on global monetary system. Source, Q, 3 weeks equals 21 days. Q says 21 days. 1023 plus 21 days equals 1113. Think Mr. Poole, Comex 589 post. A boom. The events : on Monday 11th of October a massive solar flare was due to hit Earth. Authorities warned of potential disruption of power grids and could bring the northern lights as far south as New York. Huge solar storm could hit Earth any moment now. UK and US meteorologists are predicting a possible ejection of plasma from the sun any moment that could cause havoc with already struggling power grids and spacecraft navigation systems. Spectacular auroras may be visible in New York and northern England, with effects likely to last into Tuesday. The potential solar storm comes as the UK's national grid warned the gap between energy supply and demand is at its worst in 6 years, with blackouts possible if we have a very cold winter. China, Three Gorges Dam collapse. Saturday 9th of October, no warning again in China, severe flooding up to 2 meters deep, China flood. Many dams collapsed, severe flooding in Shanxi, Yellow River flood number 3, the biggest in 42 years. Due to the continuous heavy rains in the Yellow River basin in recent days, the water level of the Yellow River has been soaring. China has activated a level 4 emergency response on Saturday, October 9th, to floods in the northern provinces of Shanxi and Shanxi, as the heavy rain lashed multiple parts of the 2 provinces, leading to rising water levels and flooding. Working team has been dispatched. Greek islands tsunami danger to U.S. A partial collapse of the cone wall of the Cumbre Vieja volcano in La Palma has seen huge boulders being swept away in lava, some as big as 3-story buildings. From fire to floods, Greek island of Evia hit by storm. Infrastructure has been badly damaged after flash floods flood the island.
in support of Operation Iraqi
Avia
Freedom.
suffered from large-scale fires in July and August, and officials are concerned the charred ground could create flooding problems due to a lack of shrubs and trees.
And meeting some of those people first.
Global financial crisis: just in. Hashtag Bitcoin is worthless and government regulation is coming for cryptocurrencies, says CEO of JP Morgan Chase. China bond markets: it's a disastrous day, all hell breaks loose in China's bond markets. Gensler to Wall Street: prepare for the everything crackdown. Nigeria central bank governor says CBDC launch just a couple of days away. The governor of the CBN has confirmed the country's upcoming digital currency will be launched in a couple of days from now. Manipulated market: China coal futures hit record high as mines flood, worsening power shortages hit Rust Belt. China Evergrande Group 3333.HK offshore bondholders have not received interest payment by end of Mon. 11th of October deadline Asia time. China crisis: Evergrande execs severely punished for early redemption of wealth products as bond markets slump. Chinese building behemoth Evergrande has reprimanded 6 unnamed executives who allegedly redeemed the company's investment products early, despite returning all funds. China Three Gorges Dam was believed to have collapsed on Saturday 9th of October, no warning. Severe flooding up to 2 meters deep, China flood. China Shanxi crisis: flash floods leave over 1.75 meganewtons displaced in major industrial hub. Extreme rains and landslides have impacted almost 2 million people in Shanxi province, just months after flash floods in Henan left hundreds dead. Ancient monuments in the region are at risk from continued heavy rain, while rescue efforts have been badly hindered. Reports suggest those stranded were instructed to lift children above heads and let the elderly be rescued first. Thousands of homes have been destroyed so far. Shanxi is also a major region for coal production and chemical plants, compounding a deepening energy crisis in China. Power cuts have gripped several parts of the country, as Beijing restricts electricity usage. Operations have been halted at hundreds of mines after a number of people died. Trains, planes grounded. Washington, D.C. commercial flights canceled. All commercial flights canceled in, out of Washington, D.C. Monday, 11th. U.S. Airlines cancels more than 1,000 flights nationwide. Southwest Airlines cancels hundreds of more flights. Japan, massive power outage hits trains in Tokyo. Delta pilot dies in flight, emergency landing. Amtrak Northeast U.S. cancels 2 trains due to unforeseen crew issues. Chemical warfare. Monkey works on chemtrails. The military is beginning to track and collect data on where and how spike protein crystals are being sprayed across the cities. Inside Intel are watching new chemtrails. Boston sprayed with spike protein crystals the last 32 hours. Also touches close to this subject of something major happening in Bedford, Massachusetts. I told you all. Last year in Italy, New York, UK. These major places were sprayed with a bioweapon that mimics sickness and caused the same affiliation of a weakened immune system that attacks the lungs and blood. It's my understanding that we were attacked with the re-release of SARS, and sprayed frozen protein spike crystals. El Durham report: cybersecurity experts who had lucrative contracts with the Pentagon and Homeland Security, as well as having a high level of clearance, are under investigation for possibly abusing their government privileges to help the 2016 Clinton campaign plot to falsely link Donald Trump to Russia and initiate an FBI investigation into him and his campaign, according to several sources familiar with the work of Special Counsel John Durham. The real news for Monday 11th of October. Boom. U.S. Navy nuclear engineer and his wife charged with trying to share submarine secrets with foreign country. The court papers say that in December 2020, an FBI official received a package that had been sent to the foreign country containing U.S. Navy documents, a letter and instructions for how to conduct encrypted communications with the person offering the information. Checks in post-vote limbo as president rushed to hospital. Digital Journal: Hawaii alert, a strong M6. One earthquake was recorded near Naalehu, Hawaii. The national USGS has recorded an earthquake recorded off the coast of Hawaii. 17 miles from coast. Alaska, a 6.5 magnitude earthquake shakes Chignac, Alaska. G2 geomagnetic storm watch issued for Earth for October 11th. G2 geomagnetic storm watch issued for Earth for October 11th.
You know, there's a little phrase that we say in the Cheesemans when we
Forecasters at the Space Weather Prediction Center, SWPC, a unit of the U.S. Department of Commerce under NOAA. Oklahoma severe weather update: multiple suspected tornadoes, flash flooding and power outages rip through Oklahoma. Bitcoin is worthless and government regulation is coming for cryptocurrencies, says CEO of JP Morgan Chase.
I will never forget.
Jackson statue in front of White House vandalized by protesters demanding Biden end all fossil fuel projects and declare a national climate emergency. Facebook agents facing problems as hundreds of thousands users began having problems with the platform online. U.S. Airlines cancels more than 1,000 flights nationwide. Southwest Airlines cancels hundreds of more flights. Chaos at Mumbai Airport continues, over 90% domestic flights delayed. Report. Russell Brand, Hillary's Trump-Russia story was the biggest political hoax of our lifetime. UK Steel warns of imminent crisis due to extraordinary electricity prices. US cybersecurity official resigns because we have no competing fighting chance against China. A joint exercise of the air defense of the Iranian army and the IRGC called Ski Defenders starts tomorrow. India-China troop deployments in the disputed border region have reached their highest level in decades. Chinese mainland warns U.S., Taiwan over military contacts. The Chinese mainland firmly opposes any form of military contact between the United States and Taiwan. Pakistan-India border tensions in the Kashmir region: Today, Kurdish forces attacked a Turkish military convoy, killing 2 Turkish soldiers and wounding 4 soldiers in northern Syria. Quad nations of India, US, Australia and Japan will conduct second phase of Malabar naval exercise in Bay of Bengal from October 12 to 15. U.S. will deploy aircraft carrier USS Carl Vinson, CVN-70. Turkey/Syria heavy attacks on Turkish soldiers with ATGMs by YPG near the Syrian town of Maraya this evening. At least 1 Turkish soldier was killed and another one was seriously wounded. Turkey/Azerbaijan/Iran Turkey is moving military equipment to the border with Iran. In response to large-scale military exercises by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps on the border with Azerbaijan. U.S. nuclear subhead collision with unknown object in the South China Sea. China gives warning to U.S. to withdrawn troops in Taiwan. Archbishop Vigano's letter to Trump a year ago. The challenge of our day is in riding the fine line between the Great Awakening and the Great Reset. If we do not go low enough into the precipice, then future generations will suffer and fall into the same pitfalls that humanity has in days past. Yet if we go too low, our world will spiral out of control. We are experiencing the necessary birth pains that lead to a new era. The cabal was never meant to last. They were never destined to stay in power. Humanity has to wake up before we take the seats of authority that the cabal once held. We the people have the power. Empowered by God and love of our fellow man,